Welcome back everyone as we find ourselves some footage there of Tim Engbrink very close to being wiped out there. Well, all I can say is I assume he's looking at opening a grass mowing business or something. He's been out there a few times today. Back here with the battle for fourth, that is quickly becoming, it's gone from two-man battle to a three-man. It seems to be a four-man, and very soon I think it's going to be a six-man battle for fourth place. So someone's not doing their job properly. Back here was Berner leading the race. I don't know where I was going with that. Just move on. Saeed here. And here we go again. Chaco, Harvey, McNamara, Sigalakis is there. Close. Rinyaho and Cox. I can only imagine as Andy Black there goes very wide as Herbert goes through. Fair move. Don't think Herbert did anything out of the ordinary there. Seeing there is no change in the battle for fourth. Will probably end up being pit stop related, I can imagine. It would be interesting to see what should happen should either Chaco be removed from that battle, or should Harvey be removed from that battle, as Jamie Cox finds himself having a look at Sigalakis. I don't think Sigalakis has had to worry about the two behind him for a number of laps. And as such, he doesn't have to worry about it for another most of the lap. Rinyaho here, he's down 3 spots from where he started. It's not ideal, but not a massive problem. He's still in the points. As Chaco's definitely started to train here. We have a look, Oma's nowhere close. Yeah, pretty much. Okay, here we go, onto the straight again. Here we go, battle for fourth. The Battle Royale. And nothing changes again. Here we go again then, onto the straight. Harvey pulls out. Now, this time he seems to have... No, he pulls back in, that's why. I think he's just left McNamara high and dry there. And I think this time it's a good idea. Let's have a look here from Rinyaho's perspective, and you can just see, you know, it's the entire track. Everything you can see ahead of him is a car, because none of them are getting past each other. How long will Matt Bailey catch up is the big question that I've got. And actually a very good question is, should Engbrink slide back into the middle of this, what will happen then? As we'll have the opportunity to see, it's like a rolling grid. It's just 2 by 2 by 2. Harvey moves very deep down the inside. I think, yeah, Sigalakis has snuck past McNamara there. So the two 2KF1 teammates swapping positions. Is it team orders, team tactics? You don't really know. McNamara has had a good dozen to 2 dozen laps, I think, at the back of Harvey and hasn't gotten past yet. So it might be, definitely might be team orders here. Harvey just not quite finding enough from the car to get past Chaco. Chaco not finding enough to drop Harvey. Down the straight they come, and well, here we go again into the first corner. And you wouldn't believe it, but nothing's changed. Let's have a look towards the front of the field. We see Stefan Berner commanding. Got 2 seconds. Well, he's got nearly 3 seconds to Stefan Berner, who's got 2 seconds to Omar Saeed. Another 3 seconds back to Chaco. So if I quickly do some maths, I'm pretty sure that's only about 8 seconds back to Chaco. If this guy could get himself out of this fight, I reckon that he's a good... anyone can get out of this fight. It's not over. There's 20 laps to go, 8 seconds, and these guys have been fighting for that long. They might just be able to find something. Cox having a look there at McNamara. Sigalakis, nothing there to be able to get past Harvey. McNamara and Cox stay the same. Rinho there. As that a brief mistake there from these two. So they've got to work a little bit now to catch back up. Shouldn't be too hard. Matt Bailey, no real problem there for him. The big question mark for this man must be that upcoming pit stop. As McNamara is going to have another go, it seems. He'll move past Sigalakis. Cox and Rinyaho are still just a little bit too far behind. But you look at them, well, they lost time to Matt Bailey and they seem to have gained it all back again. Pretty much. And so it goes on. We'll have a look from McNamara this time. This is the interesting position because here in P6 we're not seeing him get quite close enough. He's in the slipstream now. Goes a long way up. He dabs out of the throttle because he doesn't want to go into the back of Chaco, and that's where his problem is. Maybe he should just be giving Chaco a push down the straight. As Cox seems to now be back onto the tail of Sigalakis, and Rinyaho is just a smidgen behind that as Bailey makes up a little bit more time on Rinyaho. Here we are, lap 43, Stefan Berner pulling away. We're expecting everybody else to pit again, and that is upcoming. Oh, hello, what's happened here then? Righto, here we are with Chaco then. There's a problem with the Hungarian. Everything seems fine going into the parabolic. This could be crucial here. Yep, little lockup, comes back onto the track, but he's left behind by that entire pack. So he's back in 9th place. That then means that McNamara has a proper go at Harvey, in which he says, yeah, no. Harvey though will have a look back down the inside. McNamara though is into 4th, and now Harvey has to worry about Sigalakis. Right after that, he may have to worry about Cox, he may have to worry about Rinjaho, and you know what, I wouldn't be surprised if he has to worry about Chaco all over again. So this group possibly, well actually I'll say it, McNamara hasn't pulled away as far as I thought he may have. So it may just be a case of now this group gets headed up by a different colour car, but otherwise the same old problems occur. Four seconds up the road to Omar Saeed. Harvey's going to have another go. He attempts to pull alongside. He attempts again. There's a Rinjaho. Takes the initiative there from Jamie Cox. Moves up with a strong overtake. Matt Bailey's made up a lot of time through all that. He's a little bit closer to Chaco, he just seems to be... If anything, he's been spending so much time defending, just getting the job done, that he may have lost just a little bit of all-out speed. He's over a second behind Cox here. To the main straight they go again. Rinjaho, gonna have a look, maybe, maybe not, seems it won't be. And here we go, the first one to blink will be Daniel Harvey. Now the big thing that he'll want to be careful about is that if he pits, well he'll be pitting at the same time as McNamara, so it'll be a straight out fight in the pit between those two. They don't want to be finding themselves, same with Rinjaho actually, they don't want to find themselves popping out in right behind someone. That could be potentially disastrous. Berner meanwhile, he'll make that little snake into the pits. Martins and Saeed do not. They're both going through at least another lap. Sigalakis goes through. He's, well, no better way to put it, he's been released, that's for sure. Cox as well. Chaco has his opportunity to catch up a little bit, and Bailey, well, he's just doing his thing, isn't he? Ratavara into the 8, Herbert into 9th. Berner's going to pop back out. He is the effective race leader. That was interesting. So Berner comes back out in 11th. Deal is in 12th. Sharp 13th. McNamara's popped out. He's ahead of Rinjaho by a bit. They're both ahead of Harvey. So Daniel Harvey drops behind. Utsa has had his pit. I forgot he's not in the lead. Sorry about that. Martins now takes control of the race. Cox continues driving. He's into second, but he'll be in this lap, it seems. Oh, did he get held up there a little bit? Definitely seems that Chaco's a lot closer than second. We'll have a look at the first intermediate. Yeah, 0.3 of a second lost. Could be crucial for Cox. Lap traffic possibly hindering them there. Burner's still out in front. Pablo Deal hasn't pitted. Rob Sharp will need to pit again. Saeed's in effectively second. Yellow flags. How long has Sigalakis been there? He's come into the pits. Don't need to see any of that. Straight off he goes. Matt Bailey will move by. And that's where we come back. So, not horrible for the Greek driver, but remains to be seen how much that impacts him. Martins comes in, so does Cox, so does Chaco, so does Black, Raudavara, Herbert, yes. Lintner's found himself in the 10. This guy is I reckon he's amazing. And so Burner moves back into the lead of the race then. Still finds himself in control. Martins finds himself in second. He's I think that was the same as how it was. Sharp's in fourth, but he's got a bit of time to pit. McNamara's in fifth. That's effectively fourth. Rinyaho finds himself in the effective fifth position. Cox is in effectively sixth. Harvey's in effectively seventh. Chaco, Bailey, Andy Black. So Rautavaara's actually ended up quite a... I'm not sure who I said. Sigalakis has found himself a bit of the way down. Engring comes in for his service. So we've got about 10 laps to go then. Engbrink comes out of the pits. Is he going to? He's going to slot right in front of McNamara. It's definitely not helping the Australian. Burner, meanwhile, will get an idea. 5.8 seconds back to Rui Martins. Smooth sailing for the Dutchman from here. Martins, he's gonna... Well, he has got Omar Saeed right on his tail. Which one of the Cetus cars wants second place more? Down the straight they come. Has Saeed found himself enough space? Into the first corner they go, the two green cars. Martins holds it. McNamara gets through. They've got to be careful now of the Cetus cars. They don't want to give up time to McNamara. Rinyaho. He's got himself a little bit of a gap there to Cox, who's catching up a little bit. Bailey here in 9th place, not doing too badly. He's got a lot of time behind him. Andy Black, same as him. He's got, well, not quite as much as in front of Bailey, but a little bit of time to Rautavaara, who has Sigalakis behind him now. Move that along. Herbert's been moved back down into 13th. Will he have a look down the straight? It's a possibility you can never rule out. He will have a look. He'll slot back in, he'll have another look. Sigalakis there, very much on the defensive. Status quo continues. Lintner 14th, maybe not as close to the top 10 as I thought. Pablo Deal, fast lap of the race. Here he is. Hello, Pablo. Jack Unsley, so far up 6 positions, not his best ever performance. He's going to have Ben Utzer. Going to have Rob Sharp on him as well, possibly soon. So quite a heavyweight battle, possibly. Here we go. Deal, Hunsley, Utzer and Sharp in the last few laps, quite possibly battling over 15th position. Eat your heart out, F1. Derner though. Driving fantastically well. Sharp moves past Utzer. That's somewhere on track, on the outside of the track as well. As we have a yellow flag. And that's the third time Engbrink's out there, and I swear this guy is looking for a job as a lawnmower. I swear they've done something to that car, I don't know, there's maybe blades on it somewhere. It will be looked at. Rinyaho has been overtaken, there are messages coming from me, it's probably someone from the speedy pit wall telling me that lawn mowing is not something Tim Engbrink is looking forward to. But we see Jamie Cox has gone past Tapio Rinyaho for 5th place. That's our championship leader. By the looks of it, oh, there goes Engbrink. Oh, Rinyaho took evasive action, it seems. And I think it was just enough for Cox to find the slipstream. Bada bing, bada boom. Pulls up alongside. He's still pulling serious horsepower there. That car is working with low fuel. And so Cox gets released. A mere 1.5 seconds behind McNamara. We look up ahead, 2 seconds up the road. Martin's just getting rid of Saeed. 5 laps to go then here in France. Chaco here. I think that was an overtake. Yes, it was. Thank you very much. Moves on by. Good move there from the Hungarian. Matt Bailey. Might just sneak into this battle. Ben Herbert has definitely shown that he's not afraid to get that car hustling down the straight. Christian Lintner here, quiet race. Pablo Deal and Jack Hunsley, I think these guys are still going at it then. Had to overtake a few laps ago. Now, we should make mention that if you look at this and you see 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and you might go, wow, that's close. Poor Tim is a lap behind, so don't worry about that. So here we go. Heavyweight battle as we see the top 10 moves and shakers. McNamara and Jamie Cox are definitely the ones that are tipping it in their favour. Andy Black though is in 10th place, and that's a good effort from him as we have a look down the main straight. Here comes Jack Hunsley on Pablo Deal. into the first corner. Pablo's able to hold it. Rob Sharp, meanwhile, gets the job done on Ben Utzer. For how long, though? We don't know. Stefan Berner going to come across the line. 3 laps to go. More messages. All of a sudden, Omar Saeed doesn't seem as safe as he was, I think, 2 laps ago. McNamara's damn close. Cox, I think, is a little bit preoccupied with Rinyaho. Hello, what?
Try and get back.
I've got no idea what problem this is. Daniel Harvey, lap 57 of 59. That apex is not going anywhere fast. Matt Bailey moves past into 8th place. Andy Black is probably going to get it. I'm looking at it. I think Harvey will make it back. Well, look at that, and could be just about anything. That promotes his teammate up into 10th place. 2 laps remaining. As Dylan Hunsley having another cracker down the main straight, and Hunsley can't do anything, Utzer can't do anything, and Brink literally can't do anything. Stefan Berner, though, he'll come onto the straight then, and you know what that'll be. That'll be 1 lap to go. Onto the final lap it is then. Saeed, seemingly, I think he'll be fine. Meanwhile, Jamie Cox and Tapio Rinyaho into the first corner. Rinyaho gets it done on the Australian. Chaco's got nothing to worry about. Rautavaara, he's trying to have a look here at Black. Much like his teammate, not finding quite enough. But here is the man of the hour. For the first time this season, we'll see a team take a second victory, and today it is that for Entech, as Stefan Berner will come across the line here in France to take his first victory in Formula FG, and indeed the overall simulated career. Congratulations to him.
Fantastic drive. Great job.
Martins and Saeed complete the podium for Cedars.
We're in the point.
Cox and Rinyaho, I've got no idea how close they were. It was very close, it seems. Chaco, Bailey, Black holds off Rautavaara. Sigalakis gets 11th after being in the top 10 for a lot of it. Herbert 12th. Lintner gets 13th. Pablo Deal will probably just hold off Hunsley. Sharp similar on Utzer. Engbrink's a lap down. Daniel Harvey very unlucky in the top 10. Few laps to go. Undisclosed problem for his apex. Relegates him down the field. But Stefan Berner didn't have it all his own way the entire race. Was a tricky one, but in the end he takes it. Confirmation by 4.2 seconds, Stefan Berner from Rui Martins. Omar Saeed a little bit behind that, holds off McNamara by just 4/10. Meanwhile, Tapio Rinyaho and Jamie Cox, it's a mere 11 thousandths of a second between the two men. We mustn't forget that Rinyaho started in 6th. We can't forget that he spun. Jamie Cox, meanwhile, started in 21st, so a very good effort from him, as Entech had a very good day, much like Cedars. Honda, as a whole, had a very good day. Behind that, Machlo Chaco for Falcon. Bit unlucky, I think, but he'll take 7th. Did have that little spin off in the grass, could have been a little bit better for the Hungarian. Matt Bailey, 8th place for RD, fantastic effort from him. Andy Black gets 9th, a bit out of nowhere that result. Joel Rautavaara. I think I can't remember if I mispronounced your names here in the telecast at all. I hope I didn't. That'd be a bit silly of me. Rautavaara takes 10th and the final point for Apex. Head of Manolis Sigalakis, Ben Herbert, Christian Lindner, Pablo Deal, Jack Hunsley. Those two having a great battle. 34 thousandths of a second between Rob Sharp and Ben Utzer, both of which should have been a lot higher up. I think both of them were definitely on for a great result. Daniel Harvey is the final runner on the first lap after his late pit stop. Tim Engbrink is the final finisher. Other than that, if your car name started with a V, it seems today was not going to be your day. Andy Graham and Andrea Dovizioso for Viper both retired, loose wheel and transmission respectively. Tom Barrett split them. His engine gave up in his Virgin Skoda. We'll have a look at the fastest lap of the race. It was Ben Utzer, nearly 1.5 tenths, 1500ths. Very much strong effort there from Utzer. Gets himself a fastest lap. That's about all he can take away from this race. We'll have a look at the lap chart. Some interesting reading here. Rinyaho, you can see he drops down a long way, fights his way back up. You can see Jamie Cox, he's a long way down. He too, very interesting, he had a dip in form there. Let's get rid of those. Saeed up and down, Martins straight to the lead, first lap of the race. Had the pace it seemed, not quite maybe is the case. Burner, not too bad, got past Saeed, got to the lead. Ended up holding it. Dovizioso, well, okay, that doesn't go very far. Barrett, that doesn't go very far either. We'll have a look at Rinyo here. Now, it's something I'll do. Let's find Chaco, find McNamara, find Harvey. Sigalakis was in it, and so was Jamie Cox. Now, I think that's our 6, and you can see here, basically from this point, which is Chaco, well, even before that actually, it's down here, isn't it? He overtakes Daniel Harvey from this point onwards, all the way to here. Long, tedious, and very annoying for the drivers behind, no doubt. Well then, there we are, the French Grand Prix. Quite a nice track, I enjoyed it. I'll give a pat on the back to whoever voted for that. But with that, all jokes aside, I do hope you enjoyed the telecast. Next week will probably be like this. Again, it'll probably be delayed, and it probably won't be with any other commentators. I just don't know. But whatever is the case, we will be back definitely to full power the week after that. So I think next week is Silverstone, and I think the week after might be Hockenheim. So we'll definitely be tip-top raring to go for what was one of the best races last season, I think. We'll be looking forward to it again. Nonetheless, everybody, once again, do hope you enjoyed that, and good night.